Welcome to today's Qigong Fusion class. My name is Wenlin, and for today's class, I'd like to explore the concept of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. And there is this verse that comes from the Yoga Sutras, and this is chapter 2 on practice. And it goes like this: Sthira Sukha Sanan. And what is mentioned in these sutras are two seemingly contrasting concepts. And the first is sthira, which means to be stable, to be steady. And sukha is loosely translated as a good space, openness, ease, and comfort. And these two seemingly contrasting and even contradictory concepts actually provide us with a framework with which we can examine our bodies, our minds, our relationships, and of course, our lives. And that is a really beautiful quote I'd like to share with you that comes from Desikachar, who is one of the most famous yoga gurus. And it goes like this: Asana, which is the physical practice of yoga itself, doing different shapes like postures, and also the transition from one posture to another. So asana, which involves bodily exercises, when properly practiced, there must be alertness without tension, and relaxation without a sense of dullness or heaviness. And I think this is a very good way of approaching your physical practice. And so sthira can be understood in this framework as strength and stability without rigidity, while sukha can be seen or experienced as a kind of flexibility without instability. And together, by merging these two concepts, bringing them together, we can understand that anything must be balanced for it to work. And of course, in Chinese medicine, in Taoism, as well as in Buddhism, we believe in yin and yang, masculine and feminine energies. And also in Buddhism, Buddha talks a lot about the right kind of effort, rightful effort, effort with ease. And how can we balance these two? And this is my invitation to you today, through your practice, to find that right amount of balance of stability with flexibility, a little bit of fluidity in your movement. I hope you enjoy.
So we're forming a non-violent fist with the palm first. And what we'll do is we'll begin from the dantian, or in Qigong, we believe that dantian is where, close to where the navel center is. And in yoga, and in Ayurveda, we also believe the Manipura here is the navel chakra, and this connects to our inner fire. So we'll start waking up the energetic center, which is from here, simply tapping up. And then going around the side in a circle, coming back to center. Moving as fast or as slow as you would like. Just one last time here. And then as you reach the top of the breast, start to notice the armpit area, which is where usually you put your deodorant. You can use the bony part of your knuckles to start to stimulate the glands there. So the glands here are actually associated with our fight or flight response. Quite good to stimulate them. And then now we flip the palm so that the palm is facing upwards and the arms is simply extended. You can place the palm on top of your thigh. And then we start to wake up all the meridian energy lines along the underside of the palms. And then when you reach the center here, you can hit a little bit harder. And here, right in the center, where you put the fourth finger comes in. This is the gong. This is where you can feel, we call this the palace in Chinese medicine. And this is directly connected to the heart. And this is why, the wedding ring is actually worn on the fourth finger. Yeah. One of the blood vessels here is actually connected all the way to the heart. And you can use a big thumb just to press it down, just to give yourself some nice acupressure. Okay, and now we'll come to the other side. Now flipping the palm the other way around. back to the fist, simply tapping, waking up all the energy around the body. And then when you reach the trapezius muscle, or where the shoulder is, just give yourself a very nice massage. Massaging. Often we saw tension here. And then very slowly and gently release. Now we have the other side, forming a non-violent fist again with the other side. Big thumb comes in, fingertips wrap around the center. And then we begin on the gantantian again, tapping. And as you're doing so, just notice if you're storing tension in anywhere in the body. So the rest of the body should feel quite relaxed as you're doing this exercise. And this might be the first time you're doing this and it might feel a bit strange. And whatever feelings or thoughts come into your mind as you're doing this, I invite you to just observe them, be aware of them. Okay, and then when we reach the armpit area, once again, using the knuckles, just tapping, stimulating the glands underneath. Might feel a bit tender here. And then again, once again, allowing the palms to face up, press them down onto your lap, and then start tapping. And then when you reach the palm once again, talus, gong, soft finger comes in, you can press it down with your big thumb. So a lot of the meridian lines, right, they are actually connected to the heart, and the lungs can be found in the arms. So this is actually one very effective way to get the heart rate up, which is to work on the arms. And later we'll see coming up. And then when you reach the shoulder, just massaging your traps a little bit. And then softening. Okay. So now, okay, well, I'll just move back a little bit more. Still in the seated position. Okay, you can simply choose a cross-legged position. Or if you'd like to join me, you can also choose hero pose, which is a slight kneeling position. And place the block underneath the sit bones. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll come into three-part Taoist breath, which is a practice that actually derives from Yin Yoga. Fingertips by the side of the body. As you inhale, let the lungs expand, growing the arms along the sides of the ears. Exhale, circle the palms behind the back, push mountain. Pushing along the side. Inhale, fingertips flip up. Fingers one by one, they come in towards your shoulder. Exhaling, round. Let the breath go. Inhale, palms flip up, heart rises, chest lifts. Exhale, let the breath out, fold and surrender. We'll do this 3 more times. Inhale, grow, gather. Exhale, push. Inhale. Fingers one by one. You feel that connection. Exhale, round. Inhaling, heart rises, chest lifts. Exhale, fold and melt. Just 2 more times, letting the breath guide the movement. Lungs expand, oxygen comes in. Exhale, let the other arm lead, alternating, push. Inhale, moving with intention and paying attention. Exhale, hollow. Inhale, heart rises, chest lifts. Exhale, fold and melt. Descend. One last time here. Inhaling, grow. Exhale, push, let go. Inhale, gather, return. Exhale, round. Inhale, open to all that life has to offer. Exhale, surrender to how things may unfold. And stay in your child's pose for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up to standing position. So we come forward to our mat. Yeah, switch off the fan. It might be a bit noisy. So we'll come towards the center of the mat and we'll begin with a shaking action to actually wake up all the meridian energy lines in the body. So allow the feet to be slightly wider than mat width. Allow the feet to turn out. And then just check that when you bend the knees, you feel quite stable and the knees are like roughly on top of where the ankles are. They're aligned in the same direction. Okay. And then as you do this, simply let the arms be by the sides of the body and let this rocking or shaking movement start to vibrate and spread throughout your entire body. Simply just shaking here, releasing any tension in the body. And as you do this, remembering the theme of today's class, Sthira Sukha, stability without rigidity, and fluidity without lack of control. See if you can shake and feel that sense of connectedness with Mother Earth, or at the same time feeling fluid, simply letting the vibrations come inside your body. A few more breaths here. So this is inspired by a Qigong practice, which is called energetic shaking. Also in Kundalini Yoga, they do this as part of Osho's active meditation. And they can shake up to 2 hours here before coming into a quiet meditation. Don't worry, we won't stay here too long. It won't be for 2 hours. Few more breaths here. Start to notice the quality of your breath. And then very, very slowly coming into still. Just observe any sensations in the body, in the center of your palm, along your arms, your feet, your thighs, your spine, your neck. One more breath here. Very slowly, with no rush, simply opening the eyes. Okay, now we're going to come into onto the mat, facing the front of the mat. Okay, with the feet together, we're going to begin with a gentle flow, palms by the sides of the body in mountain pose. As you inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. Inhale, lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips pressing against the ground. The chest extending forward, right foot steps back, right knee comes down, untuck the back toes, inhale, Anjaneyasana, first one of the day. So inhale, we're going to slowly straighten that front leg, drawing that into the socket, feel the engagement from the left side, the glute muscles, and then as you exhale, lunge a little bit deeper. Keep the arms inside. Inhale, arms reach forward. As you exhale, draw them into the socket, pull them in. And then arms feet up towards the sky with control. One more breath here. As you exhale, both palms come down onto the mat. Press down firmly on your right palm and twist open towards the left. Stay in this gentle twist. One more breath, feeling your thoracic spine peel open. As you exhale, left palm comes down. We're going to tuck the back toes under, back knee floats off the mat. First runner's lunge. Feel stable with your palms and then step back into the first plank of the day. So in plank, once again, find a little bit of fluidity. You can bend one knee, the other knee, coming into a walking plank, as if you might be walking in water. Feel the viscosity, but also the stability from your legs, from your arms. Okay, and then coming into a stationary plank, we're going to drop the knees down first. Coming into the first vinyasa, we're going to shift the weight forward, shoulders come over the wrist, butt flattens. So I'm neither drooping forward nor sticking the butt out. It's right in the center. And the feet can come off if you like, or just keep them. We're going to start to lift the heart forward, draw the navel in, squeeze the elbows close towards the sides of the body, and start to bend forward at the count of 3, 2, 1. Hover 1 inch off the mat. Stay with me. Lower down all the way. Roll the shoulder blades back. Baby cobra. And as you exhale, push back into downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the day. Feel free to walk out in your dog, finding fluidity as you bend one knee and the other knee towards your belly. Eye gaze between your legs. If you would like to, you can raise one leg up towards the sky, becoming a three-legged dog, and then changing towards the other side, three-legged dog once again. On exhale, slowly come back into downward facing dog. If you want more, lift the toes, not the heels. So instead of doing this, we're going to lift just the toes. So you can feel them float off the mat and you're on the ball of your foot. One more breath here, engaging the thighs, the calves. Eye gaze forward towards the front of the mat, slowly, with no rush, walking forward, grabbing the elbows, dangling here. You can shake your head no, you can nod your head yes. Releasing any tension inside the body. And then slowly releasing the arms, let the arms, the spine roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, shoulders, neck, and the head come up at the very end. And rolling shoulder blades back a couple of times, letting the palms be at the sides of the body. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Okay. Once again, we're going to begin to flow. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, left foot steps back this time. Left knee comes down. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana on the other side. Exactly the same thing now on the other side. Inhale, we're going to straighten that front knee, draw it into the socket. As you exhale, bend through that knee. Feel the engagement and the connection with the side. Stay breathing. As you exhale, see if you can soften the shoulders. Let them move into the socket. And we're going to draw the arms forward. Inhaling, reach forward. As you exhale, let them come back. Arms sweep up. One more breath here. On exhale, both palms come down onto the mat. Press down firmly, this time on the left palm, and we're going to twist open towards the right. Stay breathing. Eye gaze beyond your right shoulder, right fingertips. One more breath. Exhale, right palm comes down onto the mat. Left toes tuck under, left knee floats off the mat. Runner's lunge on the other side. Now we're going to step back into plank once again. This time as we move through vinyasa, you can choose whatever option, including the first one I demonstrated with the knees down. If you have chaturanga in your practice, feel free to dip forward, bending the elbows into chaturanga, roll the shoulder blades back, sliding forward into up dog or cobra, and then push back, downward facing dog. At your own pace and time, moving through your vinyasa, coming into downward facing dog. Eye gaze between the thighs, lengthening the spine. One more breath here. Eye gaze forward towards the front of the mat. Step or hop forward towards the front. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, roots rise all the way towards the sky. And as you exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, we're going to add on to the flow. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, forward. Inhaling, halfway lift, heart rises. This time, right leg steps back into warrior one. Sweeping up, stay, find your stable warrior one. Back foot externally rotates at an angle between 30 to 45 degrees, depending on your hip joint. And front knee is bent. Okay, we're going to do a minor adjustment. Both arms, let them come towards where the hips are. Inhale, we're going to straighten that front knee. Feel the engagement. As you exhale, bend. Two more times. Inhale, straighten. Feel that connection. Exhale, bend. One last time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And then sweep the arms up towards the sky. Stay. One more breath. Exhale, warrior two. Okay, now let me quickly jump over so you guys can still see me. So eye gaze beyond your left fingertips. Front knee is bent. Back foot is turned out at an angle that's in line with your body. And the front knee is at an angle 90 degrees. So we're going to come into reverse warrior, flipping the front palm. Bicep comes to the ear as we arch back. Feel the heart up towards the sky. Stay. Let the breath be soft. Let the feet be anchored. Let the heart shine up towards the sky. One more breath here. Inhale, coming back. As you exhale, turn the palms up and straighten the front knee. We're going to draw into the center. Inhale, push. Exhale, draw in. Two more times. Inhaling, push. Exhale, circle the palms, draw them in. One last time. Inhale, push. Exhale, draw them in towards the center. And then come back towards your warrior two. Stay breathing. On the exhale, both palms come down onto the mat. Step back into your plank and move through your vinyasa. Whatever variation, either with knees down, in chaturanga, up dog, or either cobra, and then push back, downward facing dog. 3 full inhalations and exhalations here. Letting the breath be smooth, deep, even, gentle. Eye gaze forward towards the front of the mat, stepping or hopping forward. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, root to rise all the way towards the sky. Exhale, Samastiti. Okay, now we have the other side. Inhale, arm sweep up all the way towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart rises. This time, left leg steps back into warrior one. Allowing yourself the time to find a strong and stable base for warrior one. Back foot turns out at an angle between 30 to 45 degrees, depending on your hip joint. Body is centered facing the front. Allow the thoracic chest to face forward. And gently allow the palms to come towards the hips. We're going to do this minor adjustment, just feeling the engagement. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Feel it draw into the socket and feel the back arch of your foot connected. Exhale, bend. Feel that pushing motion come from the arch of your back foot. Again, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One last time, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Feel that engagement, the strength from your back foot and the front thigh, and then sweep the arms up towards the sky. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Opening up. So changing your stance is a little bit different. Feel the external rotation in the front thigh even more this time as it becomes at an angle 90 degrees, the front heel and the back foot. As is beyond your right fingertips, drishti is strong. Flip your right palm, your bicep comes to the air, and we reverse the warrior. Allow that feeling of the stretching of the side body all the way towards the fingertips to rejuvenate you. Allow the heart to shine up towards the sky even more. One more breath, keeping the bend in the front knee. Inhale, coming back up. As you exhale, draw it in. Straighten that front knee. Inhale, push. Exhale, in. Inhale, push. Exhale, turn the palms, drawing it in. One last time, inhale, we're going to push in opposite direction. Exhale, draw it back into your center. With the next breath, come back into that warrior two. Extremely balanced right in the center of your body. And as you exhale, you'll move through your vinyasa mindfully, as slowly as you need it to be. And coming back, finding rootedness in your downward facing dog. 3 full inhalations and exhalations here. Feeling that spaciousness in your body. Slowly eye gaze forward towards the front of the mat. This time, listen. We're going to start to walk the palms towards where the feet are. Walking the palms backwards, coming into a forward fold. With the index fingers and the middle finger, we're going to hook the big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, Padangusthasana, coming to a forward fold. We'll stay here for 3 full inhalations and exhalations. You're always welcome to keep a soft bend in the knees, so you can have a firm grip and allow the belly to be close towards the side before straightening it to any degree. Stay, allow the hip to drop. Eye gaze beyond your thighs. 1 more breath. Gently release the grip. Inhaling, rising up all the way towards the sky. And exhaling, Samasthiti. Okay, so let's do this again. We're going to flow again, adding on. This time, inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, heart rises. We're going to walk the palms forward, building a little bit of core and mobility. Walk into plank first. Stay with me in plank for 3, 2, drawing the navel in, and 1. Slowly push back from plank into dog. Okay, we're going to come into 3-legged dog, right leg up towards the sky. Reaching it up. 1 more breath. As you exhale, right knee to elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, right knee to elbow. 1 last time. Inhale, up. Exhale, right knee to elbow. Stay. 1 more breath. Hover it up. And then step the right foot outside your right palm. So we're coming into lizard pose. And we stay here for a couple of breaths. So if this is too intense, you can feel free to drop the back knee down at any point of time, or simply choose to stay up. If you would like even more, start to come onto the forearm. And see if you can also find stability with softness here in this lizard lunge. 1 more breath. Gently come back up onto the palm. You're going to stay here. Start to turn the back foot down so that we're coming into almost a warrior 2-like position. And then we're going to place the forearm on the thigh and reach up into extended side angle, sweeping the palm up towards the sky. Stay, feeling that breath, the length in your body. And for those of you who have it in your practice, you can reach 1 palm down. Actively press your your forearm and the back of your right arm against the inside of your right thigh. 1 more breath here. As you exhale, moving through your vinyasa, step back into plank. From plank, vinyasa, which means to flow with the breath. And on exhalation, downward facing dog. 3 full inhalations and exhalations. At the end of your last exhalation, walking the palms towards where the feet are. Once again, building strength, starting to get used to bearing weight. Again, Padangusthasana, fingertips, inhale, grabbing the big toe. Halfway lift, heart rises, exhale, fold and melt, surrender. Stay in your forward fold, belly towards the side. Eye gaze beyond. Your legs behind you. 1 more breath here. Inhale, slowly roots rise all the way towards the sky. And as you exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, now we still have the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway lift, heart rises. Walk the palms forward. With no rush, coming into your plank. Find that plank position. And once again in plank, we will stay for 3 full inhalations and exhalations. It's a great test of seeing how firm and yet how soft we can be here. One more breath. Start to shift the weight back so we come into downward facing dog from this plank position. We're going to come into three-legged dog on the other side. Left leg up towards the sky. Raise it up even more. As you exhale, knee towards the elbow. Draw it in. Inhale, lengthen your tail up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to elbow. One last time. Inhale, up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to elbow, and stay. Hover it 1 inch. And then step the foot outside your left palm. So once again, the same variations are available. If you would like, you can drop the back knee down. If you want more engagement, feel free to keep the back knee off the mat. So probably by now you might feel that the breath is a little bit faster. You might feel some perspiration in the body. And this is what I meant, that when we use the arms a lot, this is how we get the heart rate up and the lungs breathing, because the meridian and the meridian energy lines of the lungs and the heart can be found in the arm. So if you want more, come on to the forearm in lizard pose here, and we'll stay for 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back into this lizard pose. We're going to set the back foot down and come into the extended side angle. So I'll just quickly jump across so you guys can see me. Okay. Extended side angle with the forearm onto the thigh and arms reach up to the side. Stay. So you want to continuously feel the heart instead of collapsing inwards. You want to rotate the heart up towards the sky. Feel the energy from the arch of your back foot all the way towards your fingertips. If you want more, left palm comes down onto the ground, close to where your left foot is. Stay breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Both palms gently come down to the mat. Stepping back into your vinyasa, whatever variation you have, and whatever option you choose. Let it be a mindful, intentional one. Nothing happens by accident. Stay breathing. See if you can find fluidity and softness, even in a seemingly stationary pose like downward facing dog. One more breath here. As you exhale, gently come into child's pose. Let the knees be wide, fingertips spread, pocket onto the mat. 3 full inhalations and exhalations in child's pose. Finding softness, finding surrender. The end of your last breath, slowly you come back into downward facing dog. Just the final flow, very, very short one. Okay, this time right leg up towards the sky. Then let me open the hip, knee towards your wrist, hover it 1 inch off the mat, and then step the foot outside your right palm. So we're back into lizard. This time we're going to drop the back knee down. Okay, everyone has the back knee down. Okay, using your right palm, we're going to push away the right thigh, coming into a twist. Okay, feeling that hip opener. You want more, you can look beyond your right shoulder. Stay breathing. One more breath, opening the hip. As you exhale, let the right foot roll back down so it's set onto the mat. Okay, so now we're going to come slowly into flying lizard, whatever variation you have in your practice. We're going to begin from arms straight, bending the elbows, come low. So your right shoulder is really, really close towards the underside of where your right knee is. And you start to walk the fingertips so that they are in line with your shoulders, but like elbows are bent. And then spread and crawl the fingertips sideways. Staying here. Maybe this is where you are today, and that's great. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can tuck the back toes under. Back knee floats off the mat. Fingers are still on the mat, and then one more fly. So we come into aeroplane arms with your flying lizard. One more breath, challenging yourself here, staying here, whatever variation you are in. As you exhale, gently back knee comes down, palms come down. And then we're going to step back into plank. Moving through your vinyasa. And then push back into downward facing dog. 3 full inhalations and exhalations here. And slowly left leg up towards the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, knee towards the wrist. Stay hover 1 inch off the mat, one more breath. Step the left foot forward. Outside of your left palm, drop the knee back, the back knee down. Then stay here in lizard pose for a few breaths. Getting used to this position. And slowly transfer the weight more towards your right palm. So you can lift the left palm off and start to roll off the edge of your left foot. So you can feel the ball of the foot, the big thumb that's off the mat. And you can push the knee away from you. And if you want more, look beyond your left shoulder. Stay. One more breath here. As you exhale, left foot comes down. Okay, once again, we're going to challenge. If you would like to, start to bend the elbows from a straight position with the arms straight underneath your shoulders. Bend the elbows, so you come low. The lower you go right now, the easier it will be later on. Then walk the fingers, the palms, so that they are in line with your shoulders. You can feel them almost close to where the shoulders are. And then start to walk the fingertips away from each other, as if your arms are coming into T shape. Now, and simply choose to stay. Maybe you stay here today. And that's great. That's where you are today, honoring your body today. If you would like to try, you tuck the back toes under. Keep the fingers on the mat still supporting you. Lift and float that back knee off the mat. You have to feel stable in the back foot first. Front foot and back foot are stable. The heart still reaches forward. And then begin to float the arms in the opposite direction. Flying lizard. Okay, eye gaze forward, drishti forward. One more breath here, balancing. Exhale, gently come back down. And gently step back into your plank. Gently move through your final vinyasa. Whatever variation you have chosen. And then slowly coming into child's pose. Let the knees be wide, forehead rest on the mat, fingers be spread. Stay here for 3 full inhalations and exhalations, letting the body be tender and soft.
From child's pose, with no rush, slowly crossing your ankles and bringing your upper body up into a seated position with your legs extended out against the mat, preparing yourself for seated forward fold. So we allow the knees to bend quite a fair bit, so the knees already float off the mat, and that's totally okay. So we're going to start to round from the spine, the cervical spine. So we know that actually a lot of the stretch, right, for flexion, which is forward folding, the lumbar spine is already very flexible. But over here, which is the thoracic spine, which is where you feel your chest, is not quite as flexible for flexion, which is forward folding. So today we're going to try and see if we can feel that here. Okay, we're going to start with the head. Start to roll the head down, chin towards the chest, and then stretching, bringing the forehead towards the thighs, the knees if possible. Stay feeling. And then wherever the palms are, you can gently, slowly straighten the legs to any degree. Keeping that rounding in the spine. Keeping that flexion. And see if that releases the hamstrings a little bit more. And if you feel this more in the spine than in the underside of your legs. We'll stay here for 3 more full inhalations and exhalations. One more breath here. Slowly inhale, rising up, let the spine lengthen, extending up, and then gently releasing. So this is also another way of practicing Paschimottanasana if you've been used to leading with the heart, stretching with extension in the spine. This is another way that's actually quite, I would just say, a little bit more balanced, a little bit less tough on the underside of the legs. Okay, we're going to begin to roll down the spine. Place both feet firmly on the mat. Feet about 2 palms distance or slightly longer, depending on the length of the legs. Reach the arms forward as if you want to embrace someone, you want to connect with someone. Feel that rootedness, the sthira that we mentioned, that we talked about the earlier part of the class. As you exhale, let the sukha, softness and ease, bring you closer towards the earth at a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, feet still on the mat, 6, 5, 4, lift, 3, 2, feet still on the mat, core engage, 2.5, 1, half, we're almost there, stay with me, and all the way down onto the mat. Stay breathing, letting your spine be soft. If you would like, you can place one palm on the heart, the other palm on the belly. Observing every inhalation and exhalation that comes through your body. Okay, slowly we're going to come into a stretch for the thighs, bending both knees, set the feet onto the mat. We're going to lift the left ankle and place it on the right thigh into figure of 4 stretch or thread the needle. Then we're going to start to reach the arms, bring the thigh closer towards your body, thread the arms in between the hole, that gap between the legs, and then grab either the underside of your thighs or the shins, whatever feels best to you. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, bring the thigh closer towards your belly. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Gently release that grip, release the arms, keep the feet as they are, and simply allow them to knock towards the left. So we're coming to a very gentle twist. Naturally, you will feel the right hip want to come off the mat, and that's okay. You can let the right arm gently rest onto the mat, look beyond your right shoulder. Your legs are in the opposite direction as the direction you're looking. Stay breathing. One more breath here, finding softness and ease, fluidity in your breath. Inhale, bring it back towards the center. Exhale, release that left leg down. Now we have the other side. Right ankle comes onto the left thigh. Bending and hinging at the hip, bringing the left thigh closer towards the belly, interlacing the fingers underneath the thigh. Inhale, spine lengthening. Exhale, bringing the thigh closer towards the body. So you might feel this quite a lot in your right glutes or right underside of your legs. Stay. One more breath here. As you exhale, gently release. Now we'll come to the other side, simply letting the knees knock over towards your right side. The left hip naturally wants to float off. Left arm, spread that across and look beyond your left shoulder. One more breath. Gently inhale, bringing it back to center. As you exhale, spread the legs out onto the mat. Stay. For the final pose today, I invite you to feel free to move into any shape that feels good to you. So if you would like, you can feel free to move into shoulder stand, headstand. If you have that within your practice, perhaps you might want to come into a twist, into a side stretch. Just take the liberty and the time, the last few moments of the class to honor your body. So from anatomy, we already know that every single person's body is quite different. The length of the bones, the angle of the bones, the joints, how they've been formed, how deep they are in the sockets are quite different. So I always leave the last part of the class to you. This is your body, practice your yoga. And also if there's anything that you've been regularly working up towards, this is the time to revisit that, so that it will allow you to have a more restful savasana. And simply just take these last 3 to 5 breaths to move into whatever shape or whatever movements that call towards you. And as you are doing so, remembering, finding the balance between Sthira and Sukha. And once you are done, once you feel settled, you can feel free to come into a position that feels like Savasana for you today. And Savasana typically is practiced lying on the spine in a supine position. But knowing that every day, everyone's body is different. So today, tomorrow, last year, last week, next year, perhaps today, lying on the belly feels more assuring, more comforting, more rooted, more easeful for you. If that's the case, feel free to do so. You're welcome. Maybe you want to lie on your side. Maybe you prefer a seated position. Whatever shape in your body that feels like Savasana today, I invite you to come into it. And once you are ready in your Savasana, if it serves you, I invite you to close your eyes. Allow the edges of your body, toes, balls of the feet, arches of the feet, ankles, heels, calves, shin bones, the knees, backs of the knees, thighs, quadricep muscles, hip flexors, your iliopsoas, your sacrum, that last part where that tailbone is, where you feel in the coccyx, which is where, if you had a tail, that would be where it is. Let that simply soften, whether you are lying on your spine or on your belly or in a seated position. As you exhale, let gravity claim, support, bolster, cushion your lower body. Moving further up the spine, along your lumbar spine, feel the softness of your secondary curve and your thoracic spine. Feel the lungs expand and contract, floating like a jellyfish in the ocean that is your breath. And then letting your neck, your shoulders, your arm, elbow, forearms, your wrists, your palms, your fingers be soft wherever they are. Let your neck be tender, let your jaw unhinge, let your tongue lay in the cavity of your mouth, and let your nose bear witness to every inhalation of life you take, every exhalation of life you give. Let your eyes rest underneath the blankets of your eyelids. Let your eyebrows be like two crescent moons floating in the sky that is your face. And let your mind rest, feeling stable, yet comfortable, easeful. So we are all microcosms, and we are part of a huge, bigger macrocosm. Some of us like to believe that this is God. And for those of us who are not religious, for example, myself, I believe that there is something much greater out there. And when we act, when we move from a place of resonance with the world around us, be it nature, be it society, be it family, whatever it is, we feel that vibration resonate. This is the same with our bodies. When we move from a place of connection with our breath, we feel and we enter the state of flow. This is my invitation to you in Savasana today. Surrender. Allow the flow to find you. The breath will carry you there. And this is found not in the mind, but in the heart, in the lungs. Stay for as long as you would like here in Savasana. Very slowly allow awareness to come back inside your body, moving the fingers, the toes, edges of your body, allowing them to reawaken. If you would like a stretch, invite your body into an easeful, gentle one. Slowly come back to a seated position, the same position we began the class with. Those who are in Savasana and want to stay longer, feel free to stay longer. You are very welcome to do so. Those in a seated position, simply come back to that state of ease. As you exhale, let that sinking sensation ground you. Let that sense of comfort embrace you. And as you inhale, float and grow from that spaciousness. Relax into that spaciousness. Effort with ease. Sthira Sukha. Stability with softness. Very slowly allow the palms to come together, fingertips touching in Anjali Mudra, close towards the heart center, sending gratitude to your body, your heart, and your mind. Namaste.